You're watching Cloudy with a Chance of Pizza by Jason Nappy Weather. I'm tracking the storm come through. It's March, still snow on the ground, but that's going to change. We've got rain in the forecast. First, a thank you to our sponsor, Eve's Garden. Freeze-dried everything, Maine's only nonprofit freeze-dried organization with all proceeds invested to fight food insecurity across Maine. Feel good about food for good. Thank you for being our sponsor today. Really appreciate that. We'll take a look at the forecast in just a second, but first, let's go ahead and throw a pizza into the oven. And yes, this one is really going to be a great one. So this one is a pepperoni pizza. I'll just tease that. And it's a super crispy and light one. Clearly and easily could want to eat the whole thing. It is really that good of a pizza. So we'll take a look at that coming up later on into the show. But now let's go ahead and show you the forecast and show you what's going on in Maine. Temperatures coming up out of the wind out of the south and southwest. So you are seeing 20s and 30s north, and we're going to be getting into the 40s to the south, okay, very quickly here. So look down in southern Maine. We've got 39, 40 down around Kittery, the mid-coast in the 40s, down east the 30s, still colder up north, Caribou, 20s and 30s, but that is going to change as we see the temperatures warm up with that wind at the south. We'll move around Maine now. Northern Aroostook Regional Airport, cloudy. Yes, it's going to be a mostly cloudy day, and then the rain comes in later on tonight. The forecast now, let's take a look over towards Eastport, and yes, still a little bit of sunshine. It's just looking to the north and west. That blanket stratus cloud deck is going to continue to move in. Take a look now what's going on in Brunswick. Head down to Casco Bay, mid-coast, and see here we've got a lot of cloud cover, still snow on the ground at the airport. Some of that's going to get washed away. And in Sanford, the southwest interior, York County, really the heart of York County, a lot of clouds around now, and eventually these clouds are going to be turning into rain. Up to Bethel and the foothills, the western mountains, you got clouds around, and this will all be changing later on today. The sky will get darker tonight, and we will see that rain begin to move in. So we'll take a look at what is going on temperature-wise, and here is that forecast with the wind out of the south, temps and wind. I'll talk about the wind in a second, but really is the temperature spiking to the 40s statewide, even in the mountains. So that is going to bring up that warm wind. We will cool down by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but it's still going to be above typical numbers in the forecast. So the warmest time of the next couple of days is going to be today and tomorrow, and then we are going to cool down for the weekend. So we'll take a look now at our next sponsor, Billy Goat Landscaping. I want to thank Billy Goat for being our sponsor today. Really appreciate them. Billy Goat Landscaping, a full-service landscaping company providing services throughout southern Maine since 1980. Let the team of professional craftsmen service your every landscaping need. Thank you for being our sponsor. We'll get back into the forecast now and show you what's going on. Here is that storm coming in from the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. It's going to drag a warm front through, the wind out of the south, and then eventually a cold front. But we'll be on the warmer side of the storm for quite some time. So the forecast here on Nappy's Notes, temperatures are going to surge into the 40s. There will be snowmelt. Rivers are going to rise. We'll get about 3/4 to 1.5 inches of rain with windy conditions along the coast tonight. And really that's something I want to focus in on, and I will get to in the forecast later on into the show, and especially later on in the afternoon update. I really want to stay tuned for that afternoon update. I've got the wind forecast gusting more than 50 miles an hour tonight along the coastline and pushing up into Bangor. So today it's on and off rain, winds southwest 10 to 15, mountains 39, inland 45, coast 47. So clearly 10 degrees above those typical numbers. Tonight, here's that wind. South-southeast 20 to 30 in the evening, but in the overnight, it's going to really crank up. So I'll update to that coming up later on today. Temperatures tonight, a typical low is 20, and it's going to be 38, 44, 43. So gives you an idea just how warm it's going to be in the overnight with that rain and wind. For the Mariners today, seas going from 6 down to 4 feet for down east. Gale warning goes up. You're going to have things really start to get bumpy tonight. Here's that gale warning. Seas 5 to 8 feet down east and 5 to 9 feet for the mid-coast. So here's the forecast the next 10 days. And watch things today, on and off rain. Tomorrow, 47 with rain showers. A few snow showers Friday, not a big deal in the mountains. Cloudy sky on Saturday. Sunday, we spring forward. Clock's got to go forward. We'll have later sunsets, lose an hour of sleep one day. And then next week, temperatures warm back up to 40. There is an opportunity for some light snow back in the forecast. For inland, it is on and off rain today. The heavier batch comes in tonight into Thursday morning with those rain showers ending. We're mostly sunny Friday, Saturday partly cloudy, and then Sunday we spring forward with light rain and snow Monday. Not a big deal. And then next week we have a lot of clouds around with an opportunity for a mix and some light, precip coming in later next week, but not a significant big storm. Today's the big storm. Really, it's tonight, later on tonight, and in the overnight while you're sleeping, where the wind cranks up at the coastline, rain showers on Thursday from west to east, and then those get out of here Friday. The sun gets out, it gets windy, but not incredibly windy. It's not going to be a day on Friday where we're going to have power outages. Sunday, spring forward, and then Monday, light rain. Tuesday, 45. Wednesday, 45, 47. So clearly warming back up again as we get into the forecast next week. We'll go ahead now and pull a pizza out of the oven. And this one is Truckin' Pizza. They've got a spot in Wells, but they also have a spot now they've expanded in Portland where Slab used to be. And this is one of the best pepperoni pizzas, bar none. Little cup and char pepperonis. A Neapolitan crust, very light, but it's also very crispy. It's not a doughy Neapolitan, it's a crispy Neapolitan. So easily one of my favorite pizzas of all time. That pizza did not last long. And that picture is actually when I reheated it the next day. Okay, so it's even still good the next day. So just a great experience there at Truckin' Pizza. You gotta check them out. Once again, in Wells, but also in Portland. So a great time there. Thank you so much for watching Jason Nappy Weather. I appreciate you being here. A latest update on the storm coming up on nappycast.com later on in the show.